guys, welcome to today's video. Today is an exciting one. You've asked for it. I've wanted to do it for the past year, so here it is. It's my makeup declutter. I'll try and keep this introduction as short and sweet as possible because I want to be putting the same introduction in for every single makeup declutter. So yeah, I'll leave a timestamp down here somewhere if you want to skip ahead to the declutter if you've already seen this introduction. If you haven't, because it's the first one or it's the first one you've seen, welcome. We're going to be doing a makeup declutter, going through every single item that I own and choosing if I want to keep it or not. I have purchased, I would say, a healthy 97% of my makeup, maybe 95% of my makeup by myself. So of course I'm not going to be as ruthless as people who get PR because I've bought the makeup myself for a reason. It's my hard-earned cash that's been spent on it. I don't want to be minimalistic. All I want to do is refine my collection nicely so I know what I've got, so that I can open my drawers and not feel overcrowded. I definitely feel overcrowded at the moment. I don't declutter my makeup. I haven't done previously, so here we go into the makeup declutter. Everything that I will be getting rid of is either going to family and friends or in the bin if it's yucky, disgusting and old, you know, like cream products dry out and are disgusting. So it won't be going to waste, don't worry. I do apologise, but I will not be doing giveaways or sending it to people, so please don't comment down saying send it to me because I just don't feel comfortable doing that, and also it just becomes a little bit complicated, and personally I've got enough family and friends to distribute my makeup around to, so it won't go to waste. Don't worry, it will not go to waste if you're thinking about that, but like I said, I won't be doing an absolute ruthless declutter, but I want to declutter enough to feel like I can breathe again. So like I said, I'm going to try and keep this short and sweet, so let's get into the makeup declutter. Okay, so this is my bronzer drawer. It's actually a shared drawer with my blushes and face palettes just over here. You can't see it because I've cut it out of frame. But yeah, this is all my bronzers. It goes back a few more compacts, maybe one or two compacts back here. But what I'm going to do is take all of these out and then we'll introduce them back in and just talk about them as I put them back in. So yeah, let's speed it all up with the clicks and get all of these out. Okay, so first bronzer, the Hoola bronzer by Benefit, absolute cult classic. I absolutely love this bronzer. This is actually one that I have as a backup because I actually have one in a face palette. I absolutely love this bronzer. It's perfect. It's going to be kept. Next is Too Faced Chocolate Soleil. I think this is like the original one. They have like milk chocolate as well. It just looks like this. Absolutely stunning. Absolutely love it. Very similar to the Hoola bronzer, so keeping that. This is another one that's an absolute keeper. This is the Too Faced Sweethearts Bronzer, Baked Luminous Glow Bronzer. Absolutely love this one. It's stunning. Cost me a lot of money, so I'm keeping it. This is another one that I'm definitely keeping. This is the Body Shop Honey Bronzer, I believe this is called. It just looks like this. It's absolutely stunning. I absolutely love it. It's a little bit more on the warmer tone, but this is an everyday bronzer for me. This is in the shade 05, if you're wondering. But it's absolutely stunning. I absolutely love it, and it's definitely being kept. The Colourpop Super Shock Bronzer in Paradise Cove. No, I'm going to get rid of it. I'm going to get rid of it because I never use it and someone else can use it if they want to, or use it as an eyeshadow. I'm not too sure, but I don't use this, so I'm going to declutter this. The next one I have here is the Bourjois Matte Illusion Bronzing Powder. I absolutely love this one. It's definitely on the warmer tone. It's kind of almost orangey, but I absolutely love this to warm up the face, especially when I'm a little bit more tanned, but I can pull this off sometimes depending on the makeup and foundation I've got on. This is in the shade 22 Dark. The MUA Bronzer. This is a Sun-Kissed Bronze. I can't remember. What do I feel about this? Oh, that's quite nice. I think I need to try this again. I'm not sure. I'm going to put this in the maybe pile. The next one is the MUA Bronzed Matte Bronzing Powder. This is in the shade Solar 120. I don't think have I tried this out maybe like once. Ooh, what's it like in comparison? Oh, it's far lighter. This is like a buildable bronzer. I don't know which one I prefer out of this one or this one. This is like the old packaging. This is the new packaging. I'm going to put them both in the maybe, and then I'm going to decide which one I want to keep later on. Okay, so this is another one that I absolutely love. This is the Makeup Forever Pro Fusion Bronzer. You probably can't see because of the packaging. This is in the shade 251. It's got beautiful, beautiful wave to it. It's absolutely stunning. I absolutely love it. It's waterproof and I don't have that a lot. It's got this beautiful like ripple effect to it. I'm definitely keeping this one. I've got another Colourpop Super Shock Cheek one in Bon Voyage. Again, I'm going to declutter this. I just don't really use them, and to be honest, if I reach for a bronzer it's going to be this, and if I reach for a cream bronzer it's just not going to be this one, so I'm going to declutter this one. The next one here I've got is the Revolution Summer of Love Triple Baked Bronzer. This is actually, oh no, it's a I Heart Makeup apparently, but it's by the same brand, Makeup Revolution. It's kind of a copy of this one, the Sweethearts bronzer. I actually really love this one. It's slightly marbled, it's really, really beautiful, and it has that beautiful sort of sheeny effect. I don't know if you can see that, but it's got like this beautiful sheeny effect in the light. I really, really like this one, and I'm going to keep it. I'm going to pop it. Will it fit in there? Ooh, just. The next one I've got is this Lipsy London bronzer. I don't think I've reached this in multiple years. It's like a shimmery, really shimmery bronzer. I'm going to get rid of this. I just don't really use it at all. I don't think I've used it in the past 2 years, maybe 3 years, so it's going to go. I found another little Hoola sample. I actually really like this, so I'm going to just put that in with Hoola. Okay, the Kevyn Aucoin sculpting powder. Yeah, the sculpting powder in light. Really, really like this. This is like the only sculpting powder I've got. It's really cool toned and really good for contouring, so I keep it in this little slip. Okay, this is another one I'm definitely keeping. This is the L'Oreal Back to Bronze bronzer. Absolutely love this one. I don't know what shade it's in. I think it's just, oh yeah, 02 Sunkissed apparently. So as you open it up, it's got like this little palm leaf print on there. I don't know if you can see that, but it's really, really pretty. It's a beautiful bronzer. It's a beautiful tone to it, and I absolutely love it. It's really sheer as well. Can you see that? It's a definite keep. I think I'm going to keep this Beauty Crop one. I think I've got this in a box or something, like a beauty box. Can't remember which one. But I've used this a couple of times. It's actually quite nice. It's quite cool toned, but it offers really nice radiance to the skin. So I want to keep this one. Okay, here's one I'm not sure on. This is the Colourpop Step Right Up Face Duo in Spectacle and Dreamscape. I mean, I know this is more of a face palette, but I've just never really been a fan of it. I'm not really too sure about it. It's a maybe. It's a maybe. I don't think I'm going to keep this, but it's a maybe. Okay, this is something that I bought years and years ago. I don't know why I've still got it in my collection. It's actually a face powder. It's a double wear 6N2 truffle powder. And I thought I could keep this as a bronzer or a contour powder. It's so creamy. It's so delicious. But it's just like a little bit too warm for me. But then again, if I'm tan, it's not that different from this one. Maybe just a bit deeper. So I might keep this for when I'm darker and just see how I get on, and if I need to declutter more I'll get rid of this, but I think I'm going to keep it for now. The Bronze and Sculpt Contour Kit by MUA. This is the Luxe one. You get a highlight and a bronzer in here. I wanted this for ages. This is in light to medium, but when I got it I just was a bit underwhelmed. So this is the highlighter. It's really, really chunky, and then the powder underneath is quite nice, but I think I'm going to get rid of it. I just don't really need it. I don't really use it. I wanted it for ages, used it once, and then never used it again, so I'm going to get rid of it. Okay, this is an oldie but a goodie. This is the Bourjois Maxi Delicious, or Maxi Delight Bronzer. It's slightly sparkly. It smells like cocoa powder. Absolutely love it. I haven't used it in such a long time. It's quite orangey toned. I don't know if you can actually see that on my arm, but it's quite nice. I quite like it. Do I keep it though? Do I keep it? I think I'm going to keep it for now. Like I said with the Estee Lauder one, I'm going to keep it until I don't have space, and then I'll declutter this one. But I still like it, I just don't use it a lot, so I'm going to keep it for now. Again, another oldie but a goodie, the Bourjois bronzing powder. This is kind of like their chocolate block thing. Just looks like this. I think I'm going to declutter this only because, oh actually no, it's not as bad as I thought it used to be. I thought it used to be more like hard panned, but I'll tell you what, I think I'm going to keep this one for now and then see how I get on. If I don't use it then I'll declutter it, but this is an oldie but a goodie, you know, it's a classic, it's a classic. The MUA Bronzed Perfection Matte Powder. This is kind of like the same size as the Bourjois one. I can't remember what I think of this. It's very cool toned. It's a little bit too cool toned, but this might make to be a really good contouring powder. Let me swatch that Kevyn Aucoin one and see if it's similar. Yeah, see, it's like a similar tone to the Kevyn Aucoin one, which makes me think I should keep it just as an affordable contour. I I think we're going to keep it and just see how we get on. Like I said, it'd be one of those that we declutter later if I need to, but I'm going to keep it for now. This is the Bagsy bronzer. I've had this for ages and I've used it maybe twice, but only reason I've only used it twice is because it's got a beautiful imprint on it. It says sunshine is my favourite accessory. This is actually a really, really nice bronzer. It has beautiful tone to it. I'm going to have to wipe my arm. I'm running out of swatch room, but it's a beautiful toned, warm toned bronzer. I actually really, really like it on the skin. It really warms up the skin nicely. So I'm definitely going to keep it. I just need to get more use out of it. This is in the shade 01 Light Medium. I really, really like it. I need to get more use out of it. Okay, one I think I am going to declutter is the Colourpop CA Dreaming bronzer. I've got nothing against this. It just doesn't really do much for me. Like, I just feel like this is hard panned or it's pressed funny. I have nowhere else to swatch this. I just don't really like it very much, so I'm going to get rid of it. Here is one that I don't know whether to get rid of or not because it's so big that I can't sit it in my collection very well, so I don't know. I really like it though. It's like all this marbled beautiful one. This is the Kiko bronzer in 01 Sun Celebration Honey. It's really, really beautiful. Let me just swatch it on this side. It's like this warm, beautiful orangey bronzer. Oh, I'm not sure. It's just so pretty on the skin. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it and just see how we go. That also smells delicious. Okay, one I'm going to get rid of is this one. I don't know why I've still got this in my collection. This is the ML Safari bronzer. It says not for sale. I'm not really too sure what's going on with this bronzer. It's cheap. I don't really like it. I don't reach for it. It's like a golden shimmer and you like mix them all together. And it's way too dark for me. Way, way too dark for me. So I'm going to get rid of that. I don't like it very much. Okay, one I'm definitely keeping is the Fenty bronzer. This is absolutely filthy. This is the Fenty bronzer in Shady Biz. Absolutely love, love, love this bronzer. It's just like the perfect tone for me. And it just goes on like so. I really, really like it. It's really beautiful, really blendable and really buildable. I love it. Oh, this is another lovely one. This is the H&M bronzer in Sheer Tan, the Solar Flare bronzing powder. An absolute stunner of a bronzer for the drugstore. I really, really like it. It's a lovely, lovely tone. Just give it a swatch there. It's kind of got a bit of warmth to it, a little bit of readiness to it, so it doesn't look too orangey on the skin. It's really, really beautiful for like a bronzer. I really, really like this one. It's a keeper. Oh my goodness, this is a relic. This is an absolute relic. I probably should get rid of this on the basis of how old it is, but I can't bring myself to do it because I absolutely still love it. This is the Soap & Glory Solar Powder. It's probably about 5 years old. I still absolutely love it. It's a stunner. I need to just get rid of it, but I'm going to keep it and just use it up because I love it so much. It's just so light and just so buildable and it makes the skin look lovely. I don't know if you can even see it. It's so sheer, but I really, really like it. So I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it. Oh, we got another Colourpop one. This is in Afternoon Delight. This one is really, really powdery from what I remember. And it's just a little bit too dark for me. Yeah, that's like way too dark for me, even when I am tan. So, I mean, you compare that to the Estee Lauder one, which is this one here. It's just still a little bit too dark and a little bit too orangey. So, it's a maybe, I think. It's a maybe. It's not as bad as the other one, so I'm going to put it in the maybe pile. Again, another relic. This is the Too Faced Soulmates Carry and Big bronzer. I'm going to keep this because the bronzer is stunning and you get like a little blush in here, which is really pretty as well. Oh, the blush. You can't swatch very well. Is that just my swatching? Or is that the actual product going mad? I can feel that it's slightly hard panned, but on the face, I promise you, it looks deeper than that. I don't know what the hell's going on. It just won't swatch. But I promise you, on the face, it looks really, really pretty. So I am going to keep it anyway, just because I really like it. It's like a memoir, and I've got quite a lot of space going on. I've got some space going on at the back here, so I'm going to keep it behind this one. The Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contouring Palette in Dulce de Leche, I'm not really too sure. This is actually a lovely, lovely bronzer. It's lovely and smooth. The powder I don't really use, to be honest, but I should get more use of it under my eyes. Let's give it a little swatch here. And that's the little powder. They are really beautiful, they are really creamy, and it's a lovely tone, so I'm going to keep this one. It's a little bit big, but I'm going to keep it. Okay, another powder that's kind of like the Estee Lauder in a sense. It's actually a face powder and not a bronzer, but it's Tom Ford and it was on sale and I bought it because I wanted to be bougie. This is the Tom Ford Flawless Powder Foundation in 9.5 Warm Almond. I've used it a couple of times. I still have the plastic thing on it just to keep it kind of fresh. I don't really know, but it is a lovely, lovely colour, and I feel like when I'm more tan in the summer, this might look really, really nice. I don't use it that often because I forget that I have it, but actually it is a really nice colour. The lights are kind of washing me out a little bit. I can only apologise, but my lighting is causing me stresses. So yeah, it's a really nice colour. It's kind of like the warm tones down here, so I'm going to keep it. Another one is, this is the bougie one. This is the Tom Ford bronzing powder in 02 Terra. I have to keep this on the basis that it was so expensive, but I don't actually use it that often. It's, I don't know, I just don't know what it is that I don't like about it. I just don't like it very much, but this is like £85, or was that, no, this was like 65, I'm not too sure, but it's a nice shade. I just don't really like it, but you know, it's expensive. I'm going to keep it in its little bag. I'm going to keep it, but I'm not happy with myself that I'm keeping it because I don't use it. Okay, and this is the last powder one, I think. This is the Sport Effects powder and bronzer compact duo with SPF 15, and this is in the shade Fair. Yeah, Fair. So you get the bronzer and then you get the powder, which kind of slide. I don't know what to think of this. I'm not a massive fan of it. I might do one last Sport Effects video and get rid of this. So I'm not too sure. I'm going to put it in the maybe pile. Now we're on to cream bronzers. So I'm going to clear all the swatches off my arm because I've got no arm space left. Look how beautiful that looks though. Really, really pretty. I'm going to clear all this off and go do creams. So for the first cream bronzer, I've got the Model & Co contour stick. I actually really like this one. I've kept the backup because I've got them both in boxes. It's just like a really nice blendable bronzer, and it's a really nice sort of shade. You can really blend it out or build it up depending on how deep you want it. So I really, really like this. I'm going to keep them both. They're only small, so I'm going to just put this one at the back just because it's a backup and keep the other one. Another one I've got a backup of is the Hoola Quickie Contour Stick. I actually really like this one. So that's the backup. That's the one I bought. I bought both of these. This is a stunning bronzer, okay? I'm trying to put that one out there. It's a stunning cream bronzer. It blends out like silk. I absolutely love it. It can be a little bit heavy-handed sometimes, but I really, really like it. I really like how it doesn't go patchy at all. So this is a definite keep. So is this one. It's going to go back there as my only other backup with the little Model & Co one, so keeper. This is the Rimmel London Insta Duo Contour Stick. I actually only ever use the contour stick and not the light end because you get like this highlighter that I'm not a massive fan on. It's not hideous, I'm just not a massive fan of it. And then you get the bronzing side, which is really beautiful. It's like a light bronzer. I can't swatch this because of the angle, but it's kind of like the Hoola Quickie Stick. Am I even in frame? It's kind of like the Hoola Quickie Stick in that sort of shade. This is in the shade Light. And you can really blend this out. I really, really like it. It's really affordable, and it's only like £6, something like that. So I'm going to keep it because it's an affordable version of a contour stick. Another one I've got is the Nip and Fab Fixed Sticks Definition in the shade Medium Sculpt. I've not actually tried this too much because I got it in a box only a couple of weeks ago, like what, a month ago should I say. It's like a beautiful shade. It's very like contour worthy more than a bronzer, but I think I want to keep it just because it's new. I haven't tried it out enough. It's lovely and creamy. Also the packaging kind of freaks me out how sort of chubby it is. It kind of freaks me out. We won't touch up on it, but it's a nice shade. Another one I have is the Laritzi Cosmetics contour stick in the shade Aloha. This is quite a deeper one. It's a bit more reddy toned, but I actually really like it. Let's give it a swatch. Can you see how much more reddy toned that is? But it does blend out really, really nicely. So I'm going to say maybe on the basis that it could be nice when I'm tan, but it is quite reddy, so maybe. This is the Lamaska Gel Sculpt Contour Stick in Silhouette. It's like a weird one. It's really deep dark, like it literally does look black, and then it goes on much, much sheer. I'm not sure if I like this or not, you know. I'm going to pass it on. Okay, another one is the L'Oreal Infallible Longwear Shaping Stick Foundation in the shade 220 Caramel. I can't remember what the shade is for this one. Whoa, that's very, very rich. Okay, hang on. That was way too much. Hang on, right, okay. See, a little bit on its own is quite nice, but it's quite warm. When I compare it to like Hoola down here, I quite like that one, and this one's just a little bit too warm for me, so I'm going to pass this one on. The next thing that I think I'm going to get rid of as well is the Revolution Conceal and Define. This is in the shade C13. Same sort of thing with the L'Oreal one. I thought I was going to use this as a contour, but I actually haven't. Again, it just looks a little bit too warm, Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to swap this one out. I'm going to keep this one and get rid of the Revolution Conceal and Define one. Okay, last few now. This is the Hoola Do the Hoola from Benefit. I've never used this before. Well, that's actually quite nice. It's a little bit orangey, but it's quite nice. Good for adding to foundations, I think. So I'm going to keep this. I've never actually used it before, but I'm going to keep it. And then we have the Jordana Sculpt and Glow Creamy Contour Stick. I've never used this. I bought it ages ago, but just never found the time to use it. Let's give it a quick... Whoa, that's cool toned. That's dark. But it could be nice for a proper contour. Let's see how this blends. I think I might keep it on the basis that it's quite different and quite grey toned, in a sense that it's good for sculpting, so I might keep it. And then finally I've got the Bourjois Bronzing Primer. I haven't used this in ages. Let me give it a sniff. It still smells fabulous, which I don't know how because it's so old, but it still looks nice. Let's see what it performs like. See, it's still as nice and creamy as I remember it being. Do you know what? Sod it. I'm going to keep it. I quite like the tone of it. I know I'm kind of washed out by the lights. Yeah, I like this. I'm going to keep it. And I'm going to plop it back in with my cream bronzers. I'm going to just rearrange this first, see how much space we have left, and then just fill in the blank spaces with what I have in my maybe pile. Okay, I have approximately 3 spaces left, like 3 full spaces. I could put these in little tiny bits just because they're tiny, but we're going to see how we go. I'm going to keep the Sport Effects one just to do one more video on it and then just see how I feel. I can't quite remember how I felt about this, so I'm going to do one more video on it. I'm going to just put it to the side here. You can't even see, I'm just putting it on the outside here just because I want to do a video on it. Between these two, let me swatch them again. See, I think I prefer this one because it's more buildable, whereas this one's a bit more powdery. So I'm going to get rid of this one and keep this one from MUA. And then we've got the 2 Colourpop ones. I really can't decide between these two. I can't remember. Oh, thing is, I know I don't really like this because I don't reach for it, and every time I do reach for it, I just don't like it that much. Like, the highlight's nice, but it's just a tiny bit too white for me, and I've got so many highlights. And that bronzer, I'm just gonna get rid of it. It doesn't really suit me. I'm not really a fan of it. Maybe someone with a bit of a fairer skin tone might like it, but it's not for me. And I think I'm gonna give this one another chance. This is the Afternoon Delight bronzer. I think this one might be nice for like when I'm a bit more tan. It's a little bit powdery, but I think it might be quite nice when I'm a little bit more tan, so I'm going to keep this one. And then finally we have the Larizzi stick. Let me just swatch it again. Do you know what? I've got so many stick contours right now. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't need another one. I'm going to donate it. Okay, and that is my bronzer collection. I'm actually quite happy with that. I think there's a few things that I need to retry again and revisit, but you know, the whole goal of this was actually just to go through my makeup and have a look at what I've got. That is what I'm keeping. I've got a whole basket here of things that I'm going to get rid of, give to family and friends. Some might have to go in the bin, I'm not really too sure. To family and friends, these all go. So that was it. Hopefully you've enjoyed today's declutter. Was there anything that you saw that you've tried or that you haven't tried? Are you intrigued about something? Comment it down below. Let's talk about the makeup. How well did you think I did? Obviously I'm filming this before I'm decluttering, so I don't know how well that I've done in this declutter. It could have all been terrible, but comment down below. How well did I do today with whatever I decluttered? How well did I do? Please tell me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really, really do appreciate it. Thumbs up if you enjoy makeup declutters, and I will know to kind of maybe do it as a yearly basis, a massive series every year perhaps. By hitting the thumbs up, I know if you want me to proceed with the makeup declutter, and I'll just cut it short if you guys don't like it. That's absolutely fine. So let me know with the thumbs up and down if you do enjoy this sort of video, and I'll be sure to sort of take that information in and, you know, follow it. Subscribe if you have not already, and ring my bell because then you'll be notified of all the videos I upload. I upload every single week and you wouldn't want to miss out on any more content from me, would you? No. No is the answer. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really, really do appreciate it, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!